Hey everybody, this is just a dad who games. And I want to do something a little different to right now. Uh the Yakuza gameplay video is still gonna come up, but for right now, I just want to talk. And what I want to talk about is just when was the last time you just took a moment to just breathe? Now what I mean by that, I don't mean just a simple just breathing, but I mean just really, really take a time to just breathe. You know, no distractions, no electronics, no phone, no TV, just you in the present moment. When was the last time you just stepped out on a sunny day and just felt the sun on you, felt the wind blow on you, and you're just listening to the most beautiful, beautiful music, which is nature. Hearing the birds sing, feeling the wind on your skin, just having your eyes closed and just taking a breath and just breathing. Slow breathes, you know, just taking that time, a moment to just being present. I wanted to bring this subject up because, that's one of the things I myself need to take the time to do more often because there's a lot going on in the world. And I know it's so easy to just go down that pit hole and that abyss. How I know it's easy? Oh man, I've lost track of how many times I fell into that cesspool. It's not fun. It's not fun, and it's really no way to live. And it is easily falling in there because of like everything that's going on in the world. But you have to learn to just take a moment to just breathe and just be in the present moment. Now, I can't speak for everybody on how it makes you feel, but for me personally, it's a simple but yet amazing feeling. It teaches you to just be in the now, and it teaches you to know that yes, things may be bad, but they're not as bad as you think they are. And think they are. They're really just probably just more dramatic in your head. But when you just take a moment to just step out for a minute and see the good that you have around you, even if it's just a small, small thing. I always say this: if you're able to walk, you're blessed. If you're able to feel, you're blessed. If you're able to see, you're blessed. If you're able to breathe, you're blessed. If you was able to wake up the next day, you still got another shot. And I know everyone's situation is different, but if you're still able to wake up, there's still a chance to do something different. The thing is, it just depends on you. Because one hard truth is this that I feel like we all come to grips with it, but like it just helps to be reminded that you're in control of your life. It's just gonna take work. It's gonna take work. But you still have some control. You don't have to stay at the job you're at. You don't have to stay in the current situation you're at. You just got to plan it out and start taking action. And even if that set plan doesn't work, it's called going back to the drawing board for a reason. You know, what one plan doesn't work out, erase that whiteboard or rip off that piece of paper what your original plan was, write a new one. And you just got excuse me. You just gotta keep going and going and going. And you're probably wondering, like, okay, if that's the case, then how long it's gonna take? Well, however long it's gonna take. However long it's gonna take. And that's where like falling in love with the journey starts. You know, it's so easy to get wrapped up into just want to just get to the goal and like think the goal. But like you gotta love the journey too. And you and that goes back to just being present and breathe. Because it is so easy to just get so focused on the goal that once you get there, it's like it can be like, huh, this is it, huh? But if you focus on the goal more than you just fall in love with the journey, you might not appreciate that goal. Because when you're just present and you just breathe throughout the whole journey, the good times and the bad times, and once you finally reach that goal feels more than just a goal. It feels like a how can I say this? It feels like a transformation of a better you. Because you can say, I was there throughout it all. And people are gonna say, like, what do you mean you was there once you reached that goal? I was present. I loved every journey of it. All the people I've met, all the things I've learned, the skill sets, I was there. And no one can take that away from you. You know, little story about me. Uh, what got me wanting to doing YouTube? I actually did a short about it. I said like, at first this is just going to be like a little hobby of mine. Nothing serious or anything, nothing like that. But if there's one thing I can be honest about, if like what I would love to do out of this, however long it would take for me to like reach that point. I've been with the love of I met this great woman, great woman. She's my wife. She's my wife right now. And this woman has done, oh man, this woman has done more for me than I can ever say. She's been with me through a lot of my hard times and good times. Not to get too much detail into about it, but there was a moment in my life where like I was spiraling out of control with my drinking. And this is during a time when like my first son was only just 11 months, 10 months. I must have had a guardian angel looking after me on what happened that night, but let's just say like I don't know how, but I was driving home under the influence. I didn't I didn't like get in a wreck or nothing. I just found myself nearby in a ditch woke up, ambulance uh ambulance came by, woke me up, saying got me into the van, checked my blood alcohol level, and I remember the only thing I said. I remember one thing I said to them is like, "Can you pray for me?" Huh. Like I said, I must have had some guardian angels look after me because they told me this. You should go to jail, but since you didn't like crash into anything or anything like that, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna need you to unlock your phone, and I'm gonna call one of your friends to come pick you up. So that happened. A couple of my best friends came and picked me up. Oof. When I got home, my wife was terrified about what was going on because like when I came home, just not like that. She had every right to put me in the doghouse. And what hurt, you know what the bad part was that hurt even more is the guilt. It was the guilt that was the worst part of it all. The guilt and shame is what really kills you because of like how much someone has done something for them, and then you just go ahead and do this. And then not only that, just me being like that as a father is oof. Sorry, just thinking about that moment right now gets me a little gutted up. But back to what I was saying like that woman had every right to just go ahead and just be done with me. But you want to know something? She didn't. She didn't give up on me. She didn't give up on me. And after that, like that just brought a whole appreciation how much I want to do for her. So, mm, sorry, that story always gets me choked up. But that moment, what she did for me, and then also just like me being the father of my son, and then oh, I got another one coming up too. It just got me thinking of how like if there's one thing I would love to have doing this whole YouTube thing is just to be a more present father and a more present husband. I mean, my wife already tells me like I'm already doing that, even though like sometimes I just really feel like I'm missing out because another thing about me is that I work a full time job over at a manufacturing automotive Ford exactly. I'm a full time worker at Ford, and I work 4 10s on night shifts. So I'm pretty much working from Tuesday through Friday. But most of the days I'm just asleep throughout those 4 days, and like even though I'm getting used to the transition, it still sucks that like during those 4 days I don't really have that much time to spend with my wife and son, and like I would just more than anything I would love of just being with them all the time. But so if there's one thing I have to be honest about, like if I ever do get out of YouTube, is just being more present with my family and seeing just seeing like every milestone of my son. I mean, I know like I get 3 days off and I make the most out of that. But like it's like, am I wrong? Am I wrong of thinking like I want to be 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 more present? Am I wrong of thinking that? Actually like going to like every whatever my son decides to do, I'll be there with them. Whether it's like baseball, basketball, football, martial arts, dancing, acting, whatever he decides to do, I just want to be there and see every moment. And then just giving back to my wife of everything she's done for me. Because that woman has literally been my rock. Lord knows I would have lost my mind a long time ago. And I probably wouldn't be over here talking to you all about like what's going on right now. That's how much that woman means to me, how much she's done in my life, and how much I just want to give back, just get back to them. So I know I was probably just rambling on and everything and all that and just venting, but you know, back to the main subject. Just ask yourself this question: when was the last time you just took a moment to just breathe? If it's been a while, let this be a reminder that I think you're way overdue to just take a moment to just breathe. Take a moment to just breathe and look around you. No matter how small or how big it is, take a moment to just look around you of like what you have and just appreciate it and be present. And most of all, just breathe. With that being said, this is just a dad who games, and y'all take it easy. Peace.